I know people love the cheapies, and so this list is for you guys out there that don't want to spend all that much money, but you don't want to smell like a bum. Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing well. Today I've got 10 different fragrances here that don't cost you all that much money, assuming that you're shopping at discounters, that are going to smell awesome during the springtime. Every single thing that I'm going to talk about here today, you can get at least a 50 milliliter size bottle of for under $35 US. And with most of these, a 100 mil is not that much more than a 50. So let's jump into it, guys. Let's cover these 10 different fragrances. They're gonna have you smelling amazing during the spring, but that won't break the bank. Now, most of these I priced at Fragrance Net using their 35% off code. If you don't know what that code is, it's this. GWTR4 as of this video. Now, if you watch this in the future, they may have changed the code. They do that every so often, but as of when I'm filming, it is that. All right, first up, we got Jimmy Choo Man Blue, and as of this video, it's $33.14 for a 50 ml size bottle. Mine is a tester. Got some of the notes on the back here: clary, sage, black pepper, leather, cypress, sandalwood, and vanilla. And you do get a decent amount of that vanilla, even off the atomizer here. You give it a little whiff, nice and sweet. So obviously Jimmy Choo Man Blue is a blue fragrance, which means this is going to have a lot of mass appeal. It's going to have that compliment factor. The atomizer, for what it's worth, is really good on this one as well. It's pressurized, and it's from a house that a lot of people are going to recognize from the name. So for some people, that's going to be important to have that little bit of name recognition. When I very first smelled Jimmy Choo Man Blue in a Sephora, I thought it was trash. I thought it was just so crappy and cheap smelling. So my first impression was not a positive one. Then I did revisit the fragrance a couple of times, eventually went ahead and picked up this tester bottle, and giving it more wear, I actually came to appreciate it. For the price, this is a banger of a blue scent. From there, we're gonna move on to Boss Bottled Tonic. This one you can pick up for $29.89. Apple, citrus, ginger, cinnamon, and vetiver. This one takes that Boss Bottled DNA, that apple pie, cinnamony kind of feeling, and freshens it up. It takes some of that spicy sweetness and reins it in and replaces it with a slightly aquatic, fresh spiciness. I have always thought Boss Bottled Tonic is an underrated scent. It gets overlooked. I think as far as the Boss Bottled lineup goes, with the many flankers that they have, this is actually one of the more enjoyable, better ones, and for a great price. For a long time, this has been one of my springtime go-to scents. I think it's a great grab-and-go, casual or office-safe scent. I even have a backup bottle of it, like a 200 ml honkin' stonkin' backup bottle. Yeah, right here it is. I like this stuff. Next up, we've got one that you can pick up for $31.19. That's for a 60 ml, so a little bit bigger than your more typical 50 ml size. And it is Chic for Men from Carolina Herrera. It's got cardamom, pepper, sandalwood, citrus, and watermelon as some of the notes in the fragrance. So you get a little bit of a different fruity twist here than your more typical, just straight up grapefruit or bergamot openings that you'll find across a lot of warm weather scents. So that watermelon and citrus in the opening doesn't lean too far to the sickly sweet side of things. It keeps everything pretty fresh. Great masculine scent across just about any age range. Chic is heavily overlooked nowadays. The next scent we're going to talk about, you can pick up for $25.99, and it is just straight up chrome. Azzaro Chrome, the original eau de toilette. Soapy, fresh, a little bit metallic. You've got aromatic notes in here like rosemary, you've got neroli and citrus. Also got a bit of musk in here and jasmine as well. It's a very good out of the shower fragrance, great warm weather type of scent, office safe as well. And even though I've got the original chrome here, just about any of the ones in the line I could have included. Not every single one in the line, but a lot of them would have fit in here just as well. You know, Chrome Acqua, Chrome Extreme, those would have worked. But I talk about those a lot more often. So I wanted to give the original Chrome a little bit of love and pop it into this list because it works really well during the spring and summer. And you can pick it up for next to nothing nowadays. The next one is tied for cheapest on this whole list. You can get it for $24.04. It's from Montblanc, and it is Legend Spirit. Again, mine is a tester. So this tester came with the cap, and the tester Jimmy Choo Man Blue also came with the cap, in case that's important to you. Because sometimes you can find testers for cheaper than the normal presentation, but then one of the big drawbacks for people is sometimes testers don't come with a cap, so then your bottle ends up looking kind of doofy. But if your tester comes with the cap, the only thing you're missing out on is the original box, and most people don't care about that. Some people do, but most don't. Anyway, back to Legend Spirit. Mine is a tester. Notes on the back once again: bergamot, pink pepper, lavender, aquatic accord, white musk, and cashmere wood. This smells a bit similar to Invictus Acqua from Paco Rabanne, so it's gonna do pretty much the same thing for you. You're gonna use it at the same time, same places. It has that same complement factor that Invictus Acqua has. A nice, sweet, slightly bubblegummy aquatic scent that absolutely crushes it in warm weather. That's what you're gonna get here. And Legend Spirit is probably the most popular Legend outside of the original in the lineup. And the original also is one that I thought about putting in here because that one is going to get you very similar or very close to Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, but much cheaper. So to an extent, both Montblanc Legend and Legend Spirit you could think of as great cheap fragrances for spring. Now we got a fragrance that came out, didn't get a whole lot of love, and now doesn't get talked about at all. It's Davidoff Run Wild. This one you can get for $32.49, and that's for the 100 ml size bottle. So that's for the full size, if you want to call it that. It's got ginger, lavender, fir resin, and tonka. It does have a similarity to Azzaro's Wanted or Paco Rabanne's Invictus, the original Invictus. So you do have a little bit more of that bubblegum type of sweetness as it's described so often in Run Wild, but I feel like this one has a great little fresh edge to it that makes it perfect for spring. I myself don't really like Invictus a lot, so I understand when a scent comes out, especially one that's not from a huge house. I mean, people know Davidoff, but it's not massive in the way of like Yves Saint Laurent or Chanel or anything like that. Anyway, I understand when a house like that puts out a fragrance that has a similarity to Invictus and people dump on it right away. You know, they smell it the first time and they go, nope, Invictus, no thanks. But sometimes when you do that, you overlook what that fragrance would actually be good for and who it would be good for. And Run Wild, coming with this nice, classy looking presentation, having a little bit of name recognition to the brand, being under $35 for 100 milliliters, and having that big time complement factor with a bit of freshness and a green edge, again, making it perfect for spring, people will see that similarity to Invictus and they'll just immediately write it off. But I think so many guys could pull off Run Wild, have great reactions to it, feel very comfortable and confident wearing it, and pay next to nothing to get it. So that's why I include it here. I think it's a nice overlooked choice for springtime. Next fragrance squeaks in just under $30, $29.24 for a 50 ml size bottle. It is Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. And my bottle is the old style bottle. This is Guerlain Homme Intense. But this is now that. So if you buy this fragrance nowadays, it's going to come in this bottle style. It's got lime, mint, vetiver, and cedar. It has this kind of mojito vibe to it. So you're going to get this briskness, this freshness from that mint, but at the same time, this boozy sweetness. So it's very fresh and energizing and lively, and then at the same time, sweet and almost seductive. Guerlain Homme, I think, smells fantastic. Just amazing the way this stuff smells for the price. There are a number of Guerlain fragrances actually that you can find at discounters for under $40 that are quite frankly amazing, just fantastic quality for that price point. Maybe they could pump up the performance a little bit. I know a lot of people would like that, but I think for the price that you pick this up for, the quality that it has, you know, you really can't complain. Now the other cheapest fragrance, this one is $24.04, just like Montblanc Legend Spirit was for a 50 ml size bottle. It is Lalique Encre Noire Sport. Vetiver, cypress, aquatic notes, and a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of bergamot, some of the notes in the scent. This one could be an acquired taste for some people. If you're just getting into fragrances, you're not sure about vetiver that can come across in a darker way, a danker way, a little bit earthy, then maybe you stay away from this one. But I have always thought, I've always maintained that Encre Noire and Encre Noire Sport, and also Encre Noire All Extreme, just the whole line, for the price point, are some of the best fragrances you will ever find because the quality is insane if you're a fan of vetiver, specifically that darker type of vetiver. I can still remember the first time that I sprayed Encre Noire, the original. I got it in, and then the next morning before I went to the office, I was in the bathroom and I sprayed the fragrance on, and I just caught that big whiff and went, oh my God, this stuff is insane. Like, what did I pay for this? It's $25? Wow. Similar with Encre Noire Sport. It is right up there quality-wise. It's just a little bit easier to handle for more people because it does have that aquatic kind of feel to it. It's got a little more citrus in it. The vetiver is reined in a bit more here. Not as dark, not as potentially foreboding smelling. The quality is out of this world though. Encre Noire Sport, fantastic. And during the springtime, Encre Noire Sport is a killer. It's a stunner. Now we've got one that's $32.49. It is Dunhill Icon, the original. This one has neroli, bergamot, pepper, vetiver, and lavender as some of the notes in the fragrance. It's got a really nice presentation, very heavy bottle. One of the best fragrances Dunhill has released. This one's a really classy scent. Gentlemanly, sophisticated, grown up, but not too fuddy-duddy. It's gonna draw some comparisons to fragrances like Declaration from Cartier or Terre d'Hermès from Hermès. It's along that path, along that style of fragrance. Obviously, office safe, good performance here as well, great bang for your buck. Kind of a bummer to see how many fragrances Dunhill released after this one that just fell flat. Not all of them were bad, some of them are completely fine fragrances, they just didn't really take off. All right, last one. This one you can get for $29.89, and that's for a 170 milliliter size bottle, so pretty big. It is 4711 Acqua, Colonia, blood orange, and basil. The notes in this are blood orange and basil. On the front here, it says that it is stimulating, and I'd say that's a pretty accurate description. The one drawback with this fragrance, of course, is that it's a 4711 Acqua Colonia. If you don't know what that means, it means the performance is not great. On the positive side, though, you can spray this to your heart's content because for under $30, you are getting a lot of fragrance here. And it smells so pleasant. This stuff is great smelling. Love it. Obviously, it's very citrus fresh, so you have that sweetness there, but then also the basil gives it this green herbal tinge. It's the type of scent that you could spray on before you head outside if it's a warm day, or spray on really anytime. It's not gonna last all that long, but while it's there and while you can pick it up, it does put you in a better mood. It just smells so nice. That goes for a lot of the 4711 fragrances. Just pleasant, easy to wear, simple scents that put you in a good frame of mind that you can go heavy with because it's not gonna really matter. If somebody picks it up, they smell it, they're gonna think, man, that's a really pleasant citrus or whatever. But for the most part, it's gonna sit close to the skin and be more of a personal scent. So there we go, 4711, wrapping this one up. All right, guys, there are 10 great choices for some cheap scents this spring. So if you're looking for something nice, you wanna treat yourself, but you don't have too much money, you could pick up one of these. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for your support. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.